All right. Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Shane.
Wait a minute. That's not right.
All right, for real, for real. Hi, I'm Shane,
And I'm Kyle.
I'm Trevor.
and we're late for band practice. Welcome. It's another podcast.
Okay.
Why is your name
Friends.
Rico?
Oh, I that was a test name. Like when Shane and I were testing things the other day, it was like, type in your name. I was like, all right, Rico. And then I've been trying to get this shot and everything, my microphone working and everything, and I just didn't change it. So
Rico it is. All right.
Trevor, can you do me a favor and turn
what's
up your volume on your microphone? Not like on your microphone, but in the little, because I can barely hear you.
in the on the screen like that.
Yeah, where it says
Is that-
mic.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
That's
I can
funny
hear you.
because I can hear him just fine.
Okay, good.
Well, you know what? Fine.
I was telling Shane just a second ago, Kyle.
Yeah.
The most magical thing in
Uh-oh.
Las Vegas happened today.
What happened?
Do you know? Do you know what the most magical thing that can happen in the summertime is?
It was 74 degrees.
No, that doesn't happen.
That never
Yeah.
happens.
It rained.
It
Hard.
rained today?
Oh yeah, we got like a 45-minute long thunderstorm. Pure rain, lightning, thunder, the whole deal. It was great.
Did you go outside?
Oh yeah. I've been telling the kids, I've been saying, you guys don't understand how magical it is for it to be like 90 degrees, but then run outside and it be raining like you're in the shower. This like cool rain. For some reason, growing up here, I always felt like Las Vegas summertime rain was like the most magical experience because it never rains here, ever. So when it
Ever.
does, and especially in the summertime, it's so fun.
Oh, and the smell afterwards?
yeah.
Oh
it's the
yeah,
best.
I had to go get my water from the car, and it was
Bro.
funkin'.
that smell
Funkin'
from the
outside.
rain, from the rain hitting the asphalt. That kind of rain smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we pulled into the driveway. I said go, and they just ran out in the rain and were like sliding down the gutter on their butts, like fully
Oh,
clothed.
yeah.
I was like, just go for it. Have the most fun you've ever had right now because it's raining.
What a childhood.
It's it's the best.
Maybe you should tell everyone listening, tell the two people listening that
Tell any of our friends who might be listening.
who you are and how do we know you? What's the story?
Hang on, you can at least tell. I can at least say that Sean Wales. Remember Sean Wales?
Yeah.
He called me today and he said this podcast is very entertaining. So we have at least our
have-
old buddy Sean.
Sean needs to be on it 100%. Sean, since I know you're listening now, you gotta come on.
Yeah,
He's part of the crew,
that's how
man.
I saw you guys post a clip from the first show, and I was like, "Yep, done." I think I texted both of you separately and said I want to be on this show. Shane, why are you
Yeah.
sweating so much? What's going on over there?
It's my moisturizer. Okay,
Oh.
thank you.
Oh, I forgot you're also in Nashville, where it's the most
Wait.
humidity.
Hold on.
God, it sucks.
Do you apply your moisturizer with a rag?
No, it looks like
Did you have excess moisturizer?
I had excess.
Excess.
Yeah.
You look like a southern preacher right now.
Your Honor, my client.
Well, now you're a
That would-
lawyer too.
Yeah, that'd be a lawyer. Yeah, he's a
He's a lawyer from Georgia,
Oh. Okay.
Savannah.
Oh man.
Anyways, moist boy.
Who is Trevor, Kyle? Who is
Yeah.
Trevor to us?
What am I?
No, I think that's for Trevor to
Oh,
say.
it's for me to define.
Yeah.
So I'm a filmmaker, first and foremost, father of two, born and raised in Las Vegas. Recently, I've decided to focus on photography as well because I've been taking pictures since I was like, I don't know, 10 years old. And I've been going through and I've never posted really anything on social media. I've never was like, hey, I'm a photographer, hire me to do that, whatever. But I was going through and looking at all my photos, and I'm like, I'm pretty okay at cameras. I can do this for a living
I'm
if
cool with
anybody wants
cameras.
me to. Yeah, I'm all right. I've been doing it. I've been doing this for a little while. So yeah, that's me, I guess. I've done a lot of
Yeah, Trevor
weird
was a
things
part
and-
of our crew for, I mean, since high school, basically, right?
Well, middle school. I
Yeah.
met Kyle in 6th grade, and then you came to school in 7th grade. So what were we, like 11, 12 years
Yeah.
old when we met?
Yeah.
Not a pube in sight.
Definitely. And then I moved to Washington for high school, and then came back to Vegas and went through a number of things, and then you guys were like, "Hey, we're moving to Nashville," and I was like, "Well, I don't want to be here alone with 0 friends, so I'm going to move to Nashville too."
Well,
It was like,
let's Tarantino this for a second.
Oh,
Here.
yeah, right.
So like looking at Trevor's life now, he's a happy married father of 2 great, awesome kids who are just every time I see them are always smiling and having the greatest time ever.
They're pretty cool.
So cute.
Yeah, living in Vegas, nice house, beautiful, all this stuff.
It's all Sashi. It's all
Rewind.
Sashi's work.
Okay,
she's the one
of course.
Yes.
Sashi does all of the work, and that's why they're amazing. And you,
Yes.
you do what you can. But
I mean,
rewind.
We had a Royal Rumble today. The kids were watching a show, and I felt like wrestling, and I went in, and I was like, "Guess what?" Because I
The glass
what I'm
breaks.
kicking all your asses.
I had blown up. We have a queen size air mattress. I blew it up in the playroom so they could like lounge around and watch their shows or whatever. And I was like, "Guess what? Here I come!" And I came and like just flopped
Did
down
you
on
give
the
him
bed.
this? Did you give him the Stone Cold
I put them
Stunner?
in like every hold, every maneuver. They're screaming and like, "Help me, help!" I'm like, "Nope, you guys are
It's
No,
so
no one
fun to
that-
just beat little kids' asses.
Oh yeah, just really just rough them up. It's like
They're so helpless.
Just show
Yeah.
them who's boss.
well, and that's what I keep seeing these things. It's like that's what dads are supposed to do. You're supposed to like rough play with your kids, and they love it. And I was like, all right,
Yeah. All
no
right.
problem, let's go.
It's not too
What-
hard.
No, not too
But,
hard. No, of course
I mean,
not.
but rewind, like
Shane's
20
trying to
years.
keep us on track. 20
Rewind
years.
20 years.
Oh my God, 20 years to 2005.
Yeah,
Wow.
2000. Yeah, before we moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Like, you had no home. You were essentially homeless.
Yeah, I'd gone through some
Okay, Shane. Just
So, like you were essentially homeless. And
essentially. So it wasn't
You
as
were a
it's not like
loser.
you were.
No,
It's not.
No, I'm like, what
it wasn't
the
as
hell,
dire as you're making it sound. It
Yeah,
wasn't
No,
like,
no.
I was not living on the streets. I was not
No,
addicted to
sorry.
heroin. I was
Jesus Christ.
unhoused, I think is also the term now. It's not-
Unhoused.
Yeah.
You were
Unhoused.
unhoused.
I was unhoused.
Um,
I was living in California briefly and went through a breakup, came back to Las Vegas, was living with a friend who I believe you guys know. Her name's Ashley Bauer. Shout out.
Hey, Ashley, come on the podcast.
Yeah. I was living with her for some reason because like my brother also lived there, but he was like, "I don't want you to live with me again." I was like, "Fair." And he said, "I think Ashley has an extra room." I was living with her for a couple months while I was working at Guitar Center, and like out of nowhere, her dad called me and was like, "You can't live at that house anymore." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I really didn't have any quick solution as to where to go or what to do. I was broke, poor, working at Guitar Center, making no money. And so I kind of just started couch surfing a little bit. I stayed with Shane. I stayed with Isaiah. I stayed with Aaron. And then I stayed at Shane's house again. So that was like 4 or 5 nights of being homeless. And then Shane's mom was like, "Hey, what's up with Trevor? Why is he here?"
Why is he spending the night all the time?
And Shane said, "Oh, he's homeless." And she said, "Oh, well, we have an extra bed and you can stay here." And that was very nice of you. And I am forever grateful. Although I did have to drive from your parents' house to Tropicana and Eastern to go to work at Guitar Center. And it was at that time, it
Oh
was
my
the
God.
longest
That's
drive
the
ever.
longest drive ever.
Yeah.
I mean-
oh my God, it was brutal. Now it's nothing. But like then it was like you're going from one end of town to the other.
That was
And it
before the
sucked.
215.
Yes.
Wow. Shane's house is where you got your nickname. Shane's
Oh.
house is where you had an unfortunate run-in with a
It took
cardboard box.
it took
Yeah, how
10
long is it
minutes.
now? How long
It
are we
took
into this?
10 minutes before I knew he was gonna bring it up.
Oh,
I even
boy.
talked with Trevor beforehand. I was like,
It's
I'm
my
just letting you
favorite
know,
story,
man.
dude.
I'm just
Yeah,
letting
we
you
did
know,
a little
man.
we did a little pre-talk.
Okay, good.
And he said, Shane said,
This
I bet
story.
Kyle's going to bring up that story.
It's the best story ever, dude. You don't have to tell it.
No, it's fine.
Well, now he has to now.
Well, what happened? Okay, what happened was when Shane and I were talking about that story, I realized that like it's not the only time that this situation has happened.
And I
It-
told him too.
it-
It's like don't be embarrassed because we've all had those moments. Kyle has a moment like that, which
Yeah.
we will discuss after your moment. How about that?
Okay, sure.
I mean,
we can
yeah.
be duly
Yeah, but that's
embarrassed.
Well,
fair.
which one do you want? Which you want the story
my
that
favorite
happened?
one is when you couldn't get into his house and you were locked
Yeah.
out and you had a panic moment.
Yeah, so we were hanging out at someone's house, and you like everybody's been in that situation where you're at someone's house and you have to poop. Are we doing swears on this show? Can we swear?
Yes.
Can I say
Yeah.
shit? Okay, I had to take shit. So I was like, I'm not shitting at this person's house. There was a one bathroom, like a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. And there was like 10, 15 people there. I was like, I'm not taking a shit here. I can't
No.
do it. I can't be that guy.
No.
It's rude. Also, it was a lady's apartment. Like, come on.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Can't do that. So I said, all right, guys, I'm out. I got to go. And I was staying at Shane's house at the time and drove home. I was trying to remember like what I could have possibly had to eat or what caused this situation. I get to Shane's house and there was a code on the door to get directly into a bathroom, like not just into a house, but directly into a bathroom. And it's a number punch code. And for the life of me, I couldn't remember it at all. So
Well,
I
just
was
so you
like,
know,
oh,
it's his
like-
last name. I don't know
Yeah.
how you forgot that.
exactly. That's the saddest part of the story is that like when I get home or when Shane gets home, I said, "What's the code again?" He's like, "Dude, it's my last name." Yeah. So
But poor Trevor.
yeah. So
Because
I'm locked out.
this
all
is
alone.
this is before like iPhones. So like you
Yeah.
could still text people, but like people didn't have their phone glued to them at this time.
Yeah, and,
No, I'm
trying to when you
I'm
have to
certain that I did
emergency
text you.
diarrhea your pants. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was that severe. I definitely texted you and asked you what the code was and got no response. And it was that quick. It had to happen at that moment. And so for some reason you guys had like a full-size dumpster outside of your house. It wasn't like you
Yeah.
had bins. Do you remember this? Why
Yeah.
did you have a
Oh, yeah.
full-size dumpster outside of your house?
That's I don't know exactly why. I think every house on that street had their own dumpster.
Yeah, they were all
Yeah,
over.
it
the
was weird.
street.
So in that dumpster was a box from a conga drum that Isaiah, I guess, had thrown in there. And that's where I decided, like, this is where this is happening. I'm going to have to shit in this box outside of Shane's house. And that's where it was under the cover of dark. And so it was in a neighborhood. Like, it was fine. It sucked a little bit, but like it happened. Definitely not the worst of these type of scenarios that have happened to me. You know,
Did you ever
shit
discuss the
happens.
logistics of that? What did you do with your pants?
So the pants came all the way off, pantsless, and then, I'm certain that the underpants were used as a wipe. And so there I am, like Winnie the Pooh out in front of Shane's house, shirt, no pants. And that's
Wiener out, just pooping.
yeah, just
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
I mean,
it's good.
to be 20 years old, you know.
and so
Yes, do you have a follow up to this
Man.
question?
Hey,
no. No, wait. So, sorry, I thought you were gonna say something. So on my end of the story, I'm still at that girl's house, still hanging out with the party, and so my phone's obviously not on me. And then I get to leave, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and check my phone, and you've been blowing up my phone. You texted me or whatever, and I'm like, holy shit! And then I call you, and you're like, bro, how do you get in your house? I'm like, dude, you just punch in the code, and he's like, what's the code? It's like, dude, it's my last name. And I heard a silence. I'm like, oh fuck, like,
Sorry.
like you just remembered, and this whole nightmare scenario could have been avoided with
Sure.
just you remembering this
that's the thing.
code.
I remember I got a hold of you and I got into the house before you had gotten home. So I was able to like,
Yeah.
take a quick shower, put new underpants on, and
You know what I was just thinking about while you were telling this story, Trevor? Now that you're a father,
what's that?
now that you've gone through an experience like this, do you ever think about all the stuff you've gone through? And when you look at your kids, do you like go like, damn, you guys are gonna like go through so much? Like, there's gonna be a time where your little man has to maybe poop his pants as an adult. Are you gonna prepare him for that? What's the
As an adult, no. Like as an adult, you're on your own. Like, I
Don't
honestly,
call me about it.
I try.
Don't text me about it.
No, you can tell me afterwards, but like, I can't help you there. I don't know your scenario or what's happening,
Yeah.
but like, I try really,
Yeah.
really, really hard not to picture them a day older than they are right now, because like everybody says, oh, it goes by so fast. It really, really does. And so if I were to imagine them at 12, 13, 20, I would break down and cry immediately. Like I really try not to think about them. Yeah. No, it's you have to live in the moment and just be with them and rock it out, go through every single thing that they're going through, and just wait, because it's all gonna come. Every stage, every phase, everything. So like, yeah, I can go back and look at all the crazy wild things that I've done, but I don't tell them all these stories. I don't, I want them to have their own experiences, their own lives, whatever. Yeah. Being a parent,
Wow.
it's being a parent is the craziest. It's the craziest like trip I've ever been on, for sure.
I imagine. Well, on that note, do you ever think about the last time you'll ever pick them up? Just kidding.
No, yes, because there's always like this sad Instagram posts that are like, I saw one just the other day, and it's like when you realize the summer before kindergarten is the last summer they're gonna have when they're little. I'm like, dude, come on.
Like, don't post
it's
this.
true.
What
like,
are you doing?
Yeah, like leave me alone. Just let me enjoy. Like, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to prepare myself. Be like, oh, next summer they're gonna be bigger and they're gonna want to do different things, and like they're not gonna want to not want to run around in the. That's not true. Everybody wants to run around in the rain in the summertime. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, just leave me alone.
But that kind of goes back to what you and I were talking about before we started recording earlier today. How you're looking at old photos of you in high school, because you're going through your old DV tapes that you just had over the years.
Oh yeah.
And you're just like, God, what a time. And you knew exactly when, like, it was right before the advent of social media, which at that time was MySpace.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then after MySpace, it all changed.
Yeah. I think we, at the age that we are, I think we went through high school at such an incredibly special time. And, I was looking back at all these photos, like if you have a photo from when we were in high school, it was taken with a film camera, a disposable camera or a point and shoot camera, and it was on film. If you have those memories, that's how it was captured. We didn't have digital cameras. We didn't have cameras on our cell phones, and we didn't have social media. We didn't have anywhere to put, like, I remember I had like an actual Facebook on my wall where it's like, I had all these photos taken in, I always had a camera. I would take pictures. I would go to Walmart, have them printed out, and then stick them all up on my wall. So I had like like an actual Facebook of all my friends, and it's like we grew up in such a special time where like that's never gonna happen again. It will never. Kids will never go to school without a phone in their pocket, without a camera in their pocket, without worrying about, oh, I need to post this, or I need to follow this trend, or this TikTok dance, or whatever it is. So the sense of as I'm watching these tapes and looking at these pictures, like we had such a sense of freedom to just enjoy being teenagers, and driving around with your friends and hanging out in parking lots, and like just hiding out. We had all these secret little hideouts in the woods that we would go and smoke cigarettes and drink beer, and like no, and nobody was posting about it, nobody was telling anybody about it. It's just like that's what that's where we were, and that's what we were doing. It wasn't anything, we weren't doing hard drugs and doing terrible things, but like we had that freedom to just exist and not worry about anything else. And it was, I think it was a really special and magical time.
Yeah.
My
And speaking
computer
of,
keeps telling me that I need to reconnect to the internet. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of nostalgia, are you running AOL dial-up?
Am I on dial-up right now? Like,
What's that?
am I cutting
Are you-
out during?
Yeah,
this-
you're cutting. Yeah, you're cutting out, man.
Did you not pay your internet bill? What's happening?
Jesus.
Right now, you look great.
Yeah.
Right now, you're
Sure.
killing it.
Because I'm not saying
Well,
anything.
Well, also too, was his voice cutting out for you, Kyle?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Oh man!
But
I'm just
but I
wondering if
understood what
that's-
he meant.
I'm wondering if that's because it's Riverside. We're all going through Riverside, and what they do when you're recording live is they intentionally drop the quality because
Right.
they're uploading them live to the cloud, and so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, or if your internet connection is absolutely shit.
I mean, that's also
It's the
very
rain.
possibly could have. I'm like closing every thing that could possibly be connected to the internet right now. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Also, our internet is not the business. But I
There you
hope
go.
uh, some.
Yeah,
I
you
hope
look
some
great
of that
now.
story.
Look great.
gets
Look at you
through,
back.
and
It did. I
yeah,
got
we
the
need
gist
to
of
we
it.
need to upgrade
Yeah,
our
I-
internet. That's for sure.
If it doesn't work, then Shane and I will just do a voiceover for you.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
that's
just
fine.
replace
Just
you
cut
with
me out.
AI.
Just whatever. you have to do,
We'll just give the AI just a general overview of who
Script.
Trevor is. And,
Yeah, I'll send you guys some pictures and do what you want. Do what you want with it, with my likeness
So-
and parents and.
But it's when on that subject, it's like I think that's why a reason why you, me, Mikey, Sean, Aaron, Jordan, Johnny, like Jim. Well, Jim came into the picture very much later, but he's still part of the Brotherhood. But like the Vegas boys, like especially because we grew up without having to think about posting things on and inflating our egos and like, oh, if I post this, I'm going to get so many likes. Like that wasn't a part of our life.
No.
Our life was each other. Like, or like, oh, dude, you know what's gonna be so fun today? We're gonna hang out with Trevor and we're gonna like try to get in this bar illegally, or just like, dude, like all these
Hold on.
crazy.
You know
we
what would
didn't
be
do
so
that.
fun? You know, it would be so fun. What if we took this refrigerator that was broken and we hoist it up and throw it off the balcony of our house? Let's film that.
It was really
I have
cool,
that
though.
tape. You guys probably have it too, but I have that footage. It was like, it was you and Isaiah. Shane, I don't know if you were like, I don't know who was there and who wasn't. I think Jordan and Aaron, maybe Isaiah and Kyle, right?
It was awesome.
Other people were at work, but yeah,
It was so loud.
it was so loud. 4 dudes throwing a refrigerator off of a balcony.
Wasn't that at Aaron's house?
No,
No,
that
it
was
was
in
at
that was
at
in
the band
Nashville.
house.
The band house.
Oh yes. Okay. Yes. I'm trying to
Dude.
think. I'm just like Las Vegas, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
That
So
poor
post-
those poor
post
neighbors,
that.
dude.
I mean, it was just
Dude.
one loud noise. Like,
No,
but I'm
but
sure,
I
the
mean,
neighbors probably hated
just-
it.
But there's always. I mean, I'm trying to paint a picture. If you've ever been to Cool Springs, Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee, it's like this quaint little town where there's just like the average age is 50 and above.
Well, and definitely 20 years ago too.
Oh yeah, and it's like manicured lawns, like historic houses, beautiful place to live, and then you've got you get like 6 absolute like Neanderthals in a band living in this cul-de-sac with all these sweet people having parties every weekend, throwing refrigerators off the balcony,
almost setting the house on fire because we found the brilliant video how to create fireballs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with
I
the
mean,
hairspray.
Yeah.
You fireballed a spider.
Yeah.
There was a huge
There is
spider
that,
web.
but no, remember? I think you might have moved at that point, or you weren't in the house or around at. Maybe you were. I can't remember, but we made a YouTube video of it where it was the video that inspired us was you get a cloth. Don't do this, kids. Okay, just don't do what we did. Okay, but you get a piece of cloth and you put lighter fluid in the cloth, and then you light the cloth on fire, and then you can roll it around in your hand.
Like
and so we were like. Yeah, indefinitely. Well, you got to keep it moving, otherwise, you won't burn your hand as long as you keep it moving. And so we did that. We were like, oh yeah, it was a little tiny little fireball. It was like the size of a penny. And then of course
inside.
Yeah, inside the house.
In the kitchen.
Then of course we had a fire extinguisher at all in the house, right?
No.
Well, if we did, we didn't know where it was
until I moved into this house. I was like, I guess we should probably have one of those. Now we have
probably.
But of course, like after we did the small ball Lego, that was cute and fun. Can we make it bigger?
Oh, yeah. We just made these massive fireballs. It's so stupid.
And then we started. Not only were we rolling it around in our hands, which is dangerous enough, we then started passing it to each other.
Playing catch. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I mean, I would have enjoyed it. I'm sure.
For
sure.
We caught the. It's still on YouTube. We made a whole video about it.
Send me the link. I'd love to see it.
Fireball.
Oh man,
Wow.
yeah. As soon as I could find a band to go on tour with, I was like, I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Who was the first band you went with?
So there's a weird story that not a lot of people know about this. So when I moved to Nashville, I was helping you guys do stagehand stuff. Then I started doing it at all the clubs around town. Everybody was hiring me. I was hiring other people. It was great. I had a really good thing going on. And then, so one of the guys I was working for, his name's Chris Cobb. You guys know Chris Cobb?
Yeah, I remember Chris Cobb, yeah.
Chris Cobb is a promoter in Nashville. He's awesome. Love him. I went to him and I said, hey man, I like working locally, but I want to go on tour. Do you know anybody I could go tour with? And at the time he was like, well, there's 2 bands that I know of that are looking for tour managers. One of them is American Bang. And I said, okay, I've heard of them. They're, at the time they were called Bang Bang Bang. And the other band was a band called Cage the Elephant. And what I knew about Cage at the time was that their singer would throw up like nightly on stage. He would get so into it and into the performance and throw up everywhere. And I was like, I'm not about that life. Honestly, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. Like that's not my vibe. So I was like,
that sounds like a lot of babysitting.
So
Immediately.
of the 2 bands, I was like, introduced me to American Bang, and I ended up going on tour with them. We toured for a little while. They were signed to Warner Brothers. Eventually got dropped. Cage the Elephant has gone on to win Grammys and be a gigantic, huge band. And I always go back to that moment. I'm like, I could have possibly ended up with Cage the Elephant and doing tour manager stuff for them and going all over the world. Because and the thing about taking the job with them was that they were from Bowling Green and about to move to London.
All right.
So I was like, well, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I was ready. I don't know if I was ready for that. I was like, I like my life here in Nashville. I kind of don't want to move to London right now, even though, in retrospect, I probably should have. It might have been
Yeah,
fun
but where
to
would
do.
your life be right now, though? Like, maybe you
Exactly.
wouldn't have your kids,
No. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think about it all the time. Every single, and I've joked with Sasha about this. I'm like, every decision that I've made, and I used to say every bad decision I made led me to her. She thought that was funny, but honestly, every decision I've made has led me to this next thing, and yeah. So I mean, you can look back and go, "Oh, I wish I had done that," but then your whole life would have been different. You would have done a million different things And so yeah, I don't have any regrets by choosing that band, but you know, it would have been a very different lifestyle.
Sure, and
That's for sure.
and also rest assured that it'll never be as bad as Aaron Harmon, our friend, on film saying when his sister was like in the background going, "Hey Aaron, I've got some friends in school, they want to record a demo. Will you record them?" And he looks at the camera, he goes, "What's their name?" And she goes, "Panic at the Disco." And he goes, "Never heard of them." And we just laughed. We just laughed. And then next scene, they're the biggest band in the fucking world. And Aaron could have made their first EP.
He could have done it.
And
He could have done it.
That story.
So even though you turned down the Cage the Elephant job,
Hang on.
it's not, yeah,
Oh, boy.
at least it wasn't on
Hey,
camera.
what are we making today?
We're making Fireball.
Yes.
If you haven't heard about Fireball, don't worry about it.
What's the date on this?
17
17 years ago.
And what are you doing right now? You're using the dental floss.
Who is that guy?
Yeah, who is that?
Ben.
Around there.
Remember Ben?
Hunk.
Didn't he go to jail?
I think so.
What does that say on the table? Garlic Jim? Who's Garlic Jim?
Not even gonna fucking.
Is that a pizza place?
Why are you doubting? Because I'm a Debbie Downer.
Nettie!
Just nice and saying that. I'm here to down your experiment.
There he is.
I get
Me.
joy in your face.
Gosh.
Ooh.
We're about to light fireballs.
Oh my God, look at her.
Pull it out.
What the fuck was going on over
Zach.
there? Oh my God.
I
There's
can't-
that
all right, I need
balcony.
to see you right here. It's because this is
This is so
I don't have a light
dangerous.
on here.
Soak it in. Soak it in, baby.
Make sure not to fill it up too much.
This is so dangerous.
If I was the
That is
landlord,
too
I would have
much.
evicted us.
Maybe pour some. Oh yeah, make sure you clean your.
Oh my God, I'm scared. I am
Oh,
too.
no.
Don't throw it back in here.
Oh! Oh wow, that's insane! Whoa! It's the man of fire! Whoa! Whoa!
Wow.
Look at it. Is it hot? Come catch it.
Put it in my hand! Little man! Oh, hey! Fire man!
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Yeah, Jordan, come here! Put it in your hand! It's incredible!
Wow.
Go on, Jordan! Hurry!
Someone grab his.
Don't let me towel.
Grab his towel. Grab his towel.
No,
Oh my God.
no,
Let's
no,
go,
no,
Jordan.
no,
Throw it in Jordan's hand. Throw it in Jordan's hand.
No,
You got it.
like this in the shower.
Come here, Jordan. Put it in your hand. It's like that hot. Oh, it doesn't
Jordan blew it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Take it, Jordan. Take it. Jordan,
Typical.
Jordan, come here. Oh, hey. Oh, whoa. That's awesome. Pick it up. Pick it up, right? No, it's fine. Oh, it scares me, though. It's not fire. You're just trained to never touch. Oh. All right, what about this guy?
we're so simple-minded. Like, look how big that is.
Right
Right by the lighter fluid, by the way.
Oh, man, that's a big flame. Oh, there it goes. Oh,
Yeah, down into the yard full of leaves.
Where it's just all dry shrubs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all dry leaves.
Throw it back up. I failed. Throw it back up. Launch it, baby. Oh my God. This is the worst idea ever. Hey now. Oh, that's a tree.
Also, like, what time of night it is? Like,
oh no.
you guys are just out there screaming,
That's what I'm saying. These poor neighbors
screaming into the woods.
That's fire. Oh, yeah, now it's
throwing
catching
fire.
Shake it down there. Oh, the leaves are on fire. The leaves are on fire. Someone. Fireball! 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 Fireball!
Fireball.
Why did everybody have this sick mustache going on?
Fireball.
Why was everybody
anyways.
rocking the
Yeah,
sick,
sorry,
like,
I had to-
sleazy
I had-
mustache?
I know.
I had to. I
Shame.
had to share that.
I could never grow one, so.
But you, Jordan, and Aaron all had like the sleaze stash going on.
Oh,
At that time, we were like wanting to bring it back.
Yeah?
No?
I remember that balcony was like one of my favorite places to pee. peeing off that
Oh,
balcony
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
into the backyard. Like every party, every time anybody was drinking, even if you weren't drinking, if you had to go to the bathroom, you went outside on that balcony and peed off that balcony.
It was
What a
incredible.
bunch of hoodlums,
It was amazing.
Neanderthals.
I know. God, if Yuli had any idea what happened in that house, he would have evicted us immediately.
I mean, he had to know. He had to have some kind of idea.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't think
Jordan
maybe
is
we
his
talked
son,
about
so,
this on this
like-
podcast, but maybe
Yeah.
I kind of want to bring people up to speed, the people that aren't in our like circle of friends on this podcast. Like we all used to
All
live
your
in
fans?
Vegas, all of us,
Yeah.
up until we were about 20, like around there, like
Yep.
right before
Yeah.
we hit 21.
Mhm.
We were in a band. And we said, you know what, screw Vegas. There's no scene here. Let's move to Nashville because we had family that bought a house out in Nashville. And they said, you can live in it, just pay us rent. And it was this huge house in Franklin, Tennessee, which is about 20 minutes away from Nashville. And so it was the band members. So it was 6 of us, Trevor, another friend of ours named Jay, who was also
Jay.
in previous bands with us.
Also, so
is that
Jay and I
8
moved
people?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 people moved to Nashville from Vegas, but Jay and I didn't know him at all. It was like literally I
No,
met
right.
him
Not at
probably a week or so before we were leaving, and I was like, Jay, do you want to move to Nashville too? Like, do you want to get an apartment and be best friends? And Jay and I
Idea
I
ever.
love Jay, love Jay to death.
I do
He
too.
and I
but you guys
could not
should
be
not live together.
we could not be more different. And the fact that we had an apartment together and then moved to a house together, it's crazy.
Mm.
You know, I'm gonna move in
I
with this
know.
person I've met, I've known for a week. Like, let's move across the country together and then go live in an apartment together. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, it's like what we were talking about earlier, Trevor. We were like, what we did, all of us boys, what we did was kind of similar to what you do in college.
Right.
And we just had a
Move
had a
away.
different. Our goal wasn't to better ourselves for a career.
No, our goal was not to get an education.
It wasn't to
It was
go
like,
into a STEM
so
field. It was let's
take all
go
the school
and be a
aspect out of
successful
college.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
let's go make music, throw a party, and make fireballs on a deck in the middle of the woods. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's so that's in that house, the video you just saw, that's the house that we all lived in, and we had a rehearsal space right in the basement, and it was just there was no adults. Well, we were technically adults.
Oh, speaking of the basement, do you
no
remember the
adults.
tornado warning? Speaking of
Oh,
the
yeah.
basement, do you remember the tornado? Like the crazy sirens going off? And we went
Yeah,
down
they're
in the
so
basement
scary.
for
They're
like
so
I still
ominous.
hear them every time there's a tornado
That's right. Yeah.
because I'm still in
But there-
Nashville. You two are on the West Coast.
But that first time, it was like we all were just huddled
Yeah.
in the basement, like not sure what to do.
Trevor,
What the
He's frozen.
you're frozen.
fuck is going
back.
on? Am I back? It's like this internet is. I feel bad for
The
my wife
government
because
hacking into your mainframe.
My wife is on video calls literally all day long. She came up to I have my office in the bedroom. She has a proper office downstairs. She came up. She was like, I've been on video calls with people literally all day. Like she went from for 8 hours straight. She
Yeah.
went from one to another to another to another. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. There's no way. So yeah, our internet's trash, and she tells me about it all the time. So we got to
Well,
upgrade.
Well, now you're gonna have to update it.
Well, especially because it's part of her job.
Yeah, no, 100%. She was fully remote, so like it's very important that she's able to communicate with people in this manner. So I get it now, and I apologize for any time that I've cut out.
Well, get
Well,
it together.
Get your life together.
Sometimes you just pause and you're just frozen, and I'm like, wait, what's happening? Am I out? Am I booted? Everything's frozen now.
No, like, Trevor, you were, you obviously you weren't a part of the band, obviously,
Oh, no,
but
you're
like
cutting
you
out.
were still such a pivotal member of our our little brotherhood that we had. Like,
oh yeah.
The tribe.
The tribe. Yeah, it's like because
You were the fifth Beatle.
You were the fifth Beatle
my
for you know, helping us with our equipment and helping us with video stuff, and like just like it was just really cool to have, you know, really close supportive friends, enough so that they were like, you guys are moving to Nashville, I'm gonna come with you. Like that just doesn't happen. You don't hear stories like that.
Yeah.
No, it's a rare story.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Oh, for sure. Because like we had each other to lean on, but like Shane said, I think it made me feel even more confident to move out there because it's like, yeah, I got the band guys too, but like our friends are coming. Like this must be the right decision because everyone wants to go. Let's go start I felt like we were starting like a new commune or something.
Well, yeah, because even like
I mean,
years
kinda
after
was.
that, Joe moved out there, then Nakia moved out there. Or out here.
Marcus, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Marcus, who's still here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was at a time where it was just like everyone was kind of tired of Vegas, and I feel like when you grow up in Vegas, like people say, like you always ask me like, how was it like growing up in Vegas? I was like, you know, to answer that question, I'm like, it was just kind of like any other place to grow up in, I imagine, but because everything is so accessible and because everything is so exciting, the whole town is supposed to be exciting because everywhere you know there's gambling and there's bars everywhere and there's casinos and there's there's events and there's all these, it's always on. I feel like that added to our it's time to go. We're kind of exhausted with this type of life right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we couldn't do half of it because we weren't of age.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what I really
also
enjoyed
true.
going to high school in Washington. Like as much as that sucked to move in during high school, the experience that I had there was incredible. I had such a good time, and I feel like it was a much different experience than what I would have had I stayed in Vegas. Because everybody that I was with,
Yeah.
because I went to Gorman, and everybody I was around was like into doing drugs and just being terrible, and it was a rough thing. And I think my parents recognized that, and they didn't want us to have that going through high school. It was it was a rough. I mean, Gorman was still in the on Maryland Parkway. It wasn't the fancy new campus that it is now. It was like in a sketchy part of town, and people were doing sketchy stuff. And it was a good thing that my parents took us away from that environment before we got deep into all the things that we shouldn't have. So I'm grateful that they were able to do that for us. So
That's good. Complete left turn.
I
Have
love
you
left
guys,
turns.
Trevor, have you talked about your some of the stuff that you have coming up? Or do you feel comfortable talking about it? We can always cut it out, but like the documentary you want to do, which I think is fascinating.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I talked with Kyle
Since
about
we're
it.
talking about Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, since we're talking about Vegas, so earlier this year, let's see, when was it? January. I was like, I need to do something. I need to make something for myself. I've spent so much time making things for other people. It's my whole job has been working for other people, making content for other people, and I want to make my own films. So I said, what do I have access to right now? What can I do right this second? And for some reason, I thought about Casino Carpet and how crazy and weird and fun it is. And I was like, let me make a film about Casino Carpet. And so that's one of the things that I'm working on right now, and just kind of getting into pre-production about it. But I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a super cool project to dive into. And so if anybody's interested in investing in independent films, specifically this documentary, holler at me. I need some money. Just kidding. But I mean, everybody needs money.
From what you told me, it's like, from what you told me, it's not just about the casino carpet. It's tying in the whole culture of Vegas, and it's casino carpet from the top down. It's like, who designs these things? Who manufactures these
Yeah,
things?
definitely.
Who installs these things? Who cleans these things? You never see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think it's
one
very
of the things
interesting.
instead of
Maybe
just
maybe I'm biased.
yeah, instead of just yeah. So one of the things that I want to do with it is like instead of just making it like, oh, look at this weird carpet and then look at this, really dive into the everything about it. Yeah, like you said, the who designs it and why, and then what happens from there. It gets taken to a manufacturer who makes it. Like, I mean, everybody has carpet in their house in some form or fashion, but like, where do you make this type of carpet? This wild, insane patterns, like how is it made? I've never seen a how it's made episode of Casino Carpet. So I'm like, and what I found out is some of it is made in the United States. It's made locally, big factories, big rolls, and shipped across the country to Las Vegas. So it's just the whole concept of it, the whole aspect of it seems very intriguing. Like, what does it cost? What happens after when it's installed? Who maintains it? Just all kinds of stuff. I read about the story about the El Cortez, about how they had the same carpet for 10, 12, 15 years, something like that, and announced that they were going to do some renovations, and people went nuts. They said, well, I love this carpet so much. How can I have a piece of it? And El Cortez went through, they had some backstock of it that hadn't been, hadn't been on the floor, and they cut it up into squares and started selling it in their gift shop. And, because people were like, I want this. Idea. I want a piece of this, And so now the people who've spent a lot of time in the El Cortez, and they have this, this memento from all the memories they may have had there, good about it. And then, so the last aspect of the film is like, there's been, incredible things that have happened. People have won millions of dollars while standing on this type of carpet, So it's like, there's that whole aspect of it. And people have lost just as much money, in these places and standing on this carpet that just like, people don't even notice it. People don't even think about it when they're there, there are some people who do. So, the film is going to be about the unhung art of Las Vegas. Cause again, Las Vegas, people know it doesn't have a huge art scene, doesn't have a huge music scene or anything like that. But we do have art and culture. It's just in different forms and formats than typical big cities, I mean, shit, we don't even have like a proper art museum, I don't think, right? I think it's growing every day, and I think they're still building things, but as far as like a traditional art scene, it's still brand new. I mean, Vegas is only 100 something years old, as opposed to places like New York and LA that are like a couple hundred years old. I don't know. I'm not a history buff, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're about to be. If you do this film, you're gonna learn a lot about the history.
Okay,
yeah,
Kyle, could you hear him at all during that whole thing?
Oh my
most
God.
Of it.
Okay, I couldn't hear any of it. Like, he kept on cutting out. Yeah, he kept on cutting out of my end and whatever. But if you can hear it, then that's great. I just wanted to make sure.
It cut out a little bit.
I feel like every time I'm on a heater, I'm on a roll saying important things, and it's like, nah, we don't know this.
I was debating on whether saying anything about it, but I was like, fuck it, we'll just.
No, and that's the thing. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at both of you being completely silent, and I'm like, can they fucking hear me or not? Like, are they really into what I'm saying, or just like, wow, this is the worst show ever? Every minute or so, I get a little pop up that's like trying to reconnect. Like, just stay connected. That's all you have to do.
That's all I ask. That's all I want. Yeah, it's probably just the internet connection.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
Do you have how many bars do you have?
I mean, it says I have full. It's
on your Wi-Fi.
I have full Wi-Fi. It's just the speed of the service. That's what's slowing me down.
Okay.
What do you guys got? Cox?
We'll see.
We got quantum fiber.
What's the internet?
Cox.
Quantum
go-
fiber.
Quantum fiber?
fiber,
What
yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
I never
It
heard
used to be
about that.
CenturyLink.
Never
I
heard
guess
that.
it's an offshoot of CenturyLink. But it's quantum fiber because it's faster than what Cox is able to provide in this area. But yeah, we need an upgrade. Sorry.
Well, yeah. How are you going to stream
I
your?
hope I don't ruin the whole show.
No, it's fine.
No, you're
No,
fine.
you guys are looking
The
way
show,
bored.
the
You're
show's
like,
been
"Oh."
ruined with its conception.
What?
This show literally is just an excuse for Shane and I to hang out once a week.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, 100%.
Pretty much that's what it is.
But I
And
mean,
we're just bringing our
that's
friends.
what people. Yeah, that's why people start doing this stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, you live in different cities. You everybody's busy doing their own thing, and you if you don't have friends that are like right next door to you or that you see all the time, you lose this type of conversation. You don't have these conversations with people who've known you for 20, 30 years. It's rare. It's rare to
yeah,
to
and
hold
then
on to
you've
friends
shared,
that long.
yeah, you've shared your seminal moments with
Yeah.
Seminal.
seminal,
Seminole?
Seminal.
Isn't that a
Seminal.
Native American? No.
I think that is.
seminal moments important, right? Am I correct?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think we're
maybe.
using that term correctly.
I
There's
hope
someone listening in their car right now who's screaming.
Like, no, no, you fucking idiots! Hang on.
Wait,
Seminal.
listen, we are products of the Las Vegas school system. Okay, you can't. It's not our fault.
Yeah. For the most part, it was one of
barely
the
do
reasons
math.
why. Yeah, it was one of the reasons why it was a challenge for us to think about moving back here with the kids, because I was like, man, school is rough in Vegas. I hope it gets
Yeah, it
better.
is. But they can get that Millennium Scholarship if they maintain a B average. That gives you an idea of.
Do they still
Well, and
do
then
that?
Then they get to go to UNLV or UNR. Is that what it was?
For free.
All right, seminal.
Oh,
Of work, event, moment, or figure, strongly influencing later developments. Suck it. Also on the subject of suck it, relating to or donating or denoting semen. So
How do we have a word that is giving semen, but also a very important event, moment, or figure strongly influencing? Well, actually, semen does influence later development, so that makes sense.
it's true.
Wow.
yeah. So I'm smart.
You are
Seminal.
smart.
I just want you to know.
You know a
Seminal.
lot about semen. Congratulations.
And don't you
true.
forget it.
I won't. I'm gonna get you a plaque. You put that on your wall. Semen expert.
Dude, okay. So we talked about the poop in the box story. What other
man.
stories? What other stories do you have of note, Trevor? Of your
note
adventures?
or of poop?
And like I just want people to know, like I feel like both.
Either.
I feel like Trevor, you have led such a fascinating life, with just the amount of things. Like you worked, like just when you talk about your time at Guitar Center, that in itself is not interesting. But it's like you worked at Guitar Center, you worked at a porn shop.
Oh, yeah.
I worked at that same porn shop. You
Let's
were a
not
tour
just call it
manager
a
for
porn
American
shop. Like,
Bang.
it was Hustler Hollywood.
You traveled cross
It's
country.
not just like
You were. You
Yeah, I mean, I've done
you
a lot
lived
of weird, random
You
stuff.
just lived a very crazy life.
And I think it all goes back to when I moved from Vegas the first time. I always wanted to be moving. I always wanted to experience something different. And oh my God, it says I'm trying to reconnect again. Are you guys even there? Oh, this is great.
He passed.
Totally frozen.
He's finally lost.
Oh, you guys are back?
Matrix.
Oh, that's cool.
Took him.
God, I was about to go take a dump now. Like, just sitting here, just like, you guys are frozen.
Yeah.
Look, no, he moved his camera. He's like, I'm going to go do something else.
My camera.
Yeah.
Hang
What
on, I got
happened?
it. Hang on. What's going on here?
I like those pants though, Shane. Those look
Thank
very
you, bro.
comfortable.
Dude, you weren't supposed to see this part of me. This part of me.
I wish
It's
you
my-
didn't have pants on
it's
and
my-
you were having technical difficulties. That would be much better.
There we go.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, Trevor, you're frozen. Are you still frozen?
I'm not. I mean,
Dude,
don't
I
know
think
what's
you might have
happening.
to.
Oh my god! Every time I
Wow,
speak
Rico.
now, I get the thing that says trying
Rico,
to
man, you're
reconnect.
failing us.
Didn't they say they landed on the moon with less technology than we have now? How is that even possible?
How is it
Gosh,
even
I don't understand this.
Well, everyone knows the moon landing's fake. Let's get into that.
Yeah. Let us.
Yeah, let's.
But anyway.
Make sure you have a stable connection. Yeah,
Waiting
I
for
wish
him
I
to
did
load.
have a stable connection.
I think.
I think that's it.
Do me a favor.
I think you guys
that's
need to
it?
go on without me.
What if you
I can't-
disconnected and reconnected?
Yeah, try that.
Try to disconnect and reconnect.
I'm gonna disconnect and go take a dump. Where do I disconnect from?
Yeah, why don't you visit us on your phone while you're taking a dump, but we'll finish the podcast.
Yeah, you can open up the link through your phone.
Definitely not doing that. That's private. It's private territory now. Okay,
I know.
I've had a few incidents where
Yeah.
you know,
deserve some
It
privacy.
wasn't.
You
Yeah,
deserve it.
yeah. I mean, I told Shane earlier there was one story I didn't tell you about. There was a time we were on tour. I was on tour with American Bang, and I was in the front seat of the van. We were driving to Virginia, I want to say, or we were somewhere in Virginia. We were on our way to the venue, and I was asleep in the front seat. I woke up and I said, "Oh no!" And like I knew we weren't anywhere near a bathroom. I knew this, and I said, Ben was our guitar player. He's driving. I was like, "Dude, you got to pull over. You got to pull over right now." And he's like, "Why? What's going on?" I was like, "Just please pull over right now." And so there was like a ditch, and then a hill with like trees, like a forest area. And so not only was I like panicking that I was going to shit my pants, there was also a tiny hill I had to run up. So he pulls over the van. I jump out. I grab a Wendy's bag, like just a bag, and not because I was going to use it, but I was hoping that there was napkins in there. Ran up the hill, took care of business. Meanwhile, the band is pulled over on the side of the road. They get a camera out and start hysterically laughing and telling everybody what it was happening while I'm off in the woods shitting. And then I come back to the van just looking so sad and defeated. And, I mean, that's what happens when you're off in the woods, just in Virginia, letting it have it. And
I'm sure the audience is dying to know, were there in fact napkins in the Wendy's bag?
yes, there was.
Okay, good.
So that was okay.
See, you can always count on Wendy's to throw in just an inordinate
napkins.
amount of napkins.
I love seeing.
Like,
did you see what Wendy's their tweet to Chick-fil-A?
No, what did it say?
No.
Chick-fil-A posted something that was like, imagine if we were open on Sunday, then Wendy's would definitely never have a chance to make any money. And Wendy's responded back, "Your mom is a hoe."
Dude, hell yeah, dude.
Like,
Wendy's.
Fuck yeah, Wendy's.
Like, whoever's running Wendy's social media goes so hard. Like, what a great. What do you say to that? Like, two
Nothing.
fast food.
You want to know
restaurants?
why? Because Wendy's was first, and the Frosty
Yeah.
it eats everyone's lunch, dude.
Your
Yeah.
mom was a hoe. Like,
Your mom is a hoe.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the best comeback.
That's the oldest. That's the oldest Yo Mama joke in existence. You gotta hit him with the old school.
Where your
yeah,
mom's
you
a
gotta
hoe.
keep it real.
I'm gonna start bringing that back, and I'm gonna use it at inappropriate times.
Speaking of bringing it back,
like you're in a relationship with a girl, and
Yeah.
she's like, Kyle, you left the dish thing on the counter. Well, your mom's a hoe.
Your mom's a hoe. So
speaking of bringing it back, so like I said, I was going through all these old photos and videos from high school. When did everybody stop flipping the bird at the camera?
Oh,
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
It was like if someone pulled out a camera, your immediately reaction was to do that. Like, when did that stop?
Because we were kids and we thought we just finally found something to say.
But even kids don't do that anymore. Like, I never see people flipping off a camera anymore. It used to be such like a thing that everybody did.
Well, it's passe now. It's not cool. It's not cool
probably
anymore.
cringe.
Yeah,
Or-
it's
oh,
cringe.
or whatever they
what
say.
are you, millennial?
Jeez.
A boomer?
Sickening. You're
cringe.
sick with your millennial parts.
I try not to keep up with.
I always
what
liked
everybody's
you know this when you're like, man, fuck, you know, that whole
See, that's too much. It's too
farm
many
thing?
like you gotta have two hands to do it. The finger is like
yeah.
it's iconic.
I always liked that
I got
better,
the I got
though.
the finger. I got a hard finger driving on the freeway. Like a couple months ago, I was driving the kids to school,
Dude.
and like I'm on 215. I go fast. Okay, I don't drive the speed limit. I drive faster. Right. This car comes up flying up behind me. Right, and are you guys frozen? Are you even there? Great. I'm gonna keep going.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Well, barely. I can hear.
So-
you keep cutting out and everything, but if Kyle can hear you,
Oh my
that's great.
God. I really hope that the app that's recording this
We're just
is
gonna-
doing its job.
We're
Guy comes,
I hope
okay,
so too.
guy
I
comes
hope so
flying.
too.
He comes flying up behind me. Guy comes flying up behind me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go!" Like I could just see him. He comes right up on my ass and is immediately pissed that I have not moved over, so he can keep going on his merry way. So I see this happening. I'm like, "Here it comes." The guy comes around the right side of me, flying past. As he's driving past me, he's like staring out the window like this, like as hard as he can. Like he gave me the. I wasn't even mad about it. I was like, wow. Like, how can you be that pissed off at 8:10 in the morning? Like, calm down. Like road rage people, I don't understand it.
Well,
I can understand you're in a hurry.
The
you're
early
impatient.
morning hours is actually the best time to get it's the time to get the road rage because they're on their way to work. They're not leaving work. They're on their way to go to their job that they hate, and they probably had a fight with their wife or husband the night before, and then they're just like, fucking God, I hate my life. And then all of a sudden you're there driving fucking
Oh, sorry.
and it's your fault.
I was going minimum 75. The speed limit is 60. I was going probably 75, which is like
So you're a
reasonable.
criminal.
Yeah. What is it? Is it 65 or 60 on the freeway? I don't know. 65, I think, is the. I think 65 is the speed limit. I was going 75. Easy. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Why? Why so
Just
upset?
angry.
I feel bad for people like that.
Yeah. His dad probably never played catch with him.
Yeah. It's sad that you can just give someone such a hard finger.
Trevor, when did you stop using the nickname Moose? I don't think we even talked about your nickname that we gave you.
Moose.
Yeah. I mean,
How
you
did
guys
that
are.
come, how did that come about? Like, how
It's
did
in your
why did we?
backyard.
Yeah,
What?
we were swimming
In
at
the pool.
your house, and I jumped into the pool, and Kyle said, "You look like a big old moose."
He was doing cannonballs in the pool. I was like,
Yeah.
"You're like a moose."
Yeah, it's just I think I had like a
Yeah,
Fu
you did.
Manchu type
You did.
situation going on, which kind of looked like facial antlers almost,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I don't know. And
Do you have a
then,
moose tattoo?
I don't, because you guys are the only people who ever in the history of my life have ever called me that. As soon as I went on tour with another band, like I didn't say to them, "Hey, my name is Moose."
That's true.
Like it was just like, nicknames are specific to the people that gave them to you, I think.
Right, but
You
not
know?
but not special enough to ink on your body. I get it. It's cool.
Yeah. Well,
Remember when Jim met Trevor, and that's at that time we were still calling him Moose.
Yeah.
And so Trevor came up to Jim and was like, "Hey, what's up? My name's Moose." And Jim was like, "Bruce?"
Bruce.
I do remember that. Yeah, he thought it was, I said Bruce. Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce. Honestly, you look like you could be a Bruce.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruce. It's a good name for you.
I wanted that to stick. I wanted Bruce to stick after that because that was a really funny moment.
Yeah.
Just the way that whole interaction. What, Moose?
Yeah,
Bruce?
so Johnny left and Jim came in. That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think at that point as soon as Jim came around, I wasn't really
gone.
hanging. I was gone. I was on tour. Jay kicked me out of the house. Jay kicked us. Mike was living with us at the same time too, and I think he kicked us both out.
What a disaster.
Yeah. So I left and went on tour for the first time.
Again,
I was homeless. I left on tour. I was homeless because Jay was like, "You cannot live here anymore," and I was like, "All right, cool. I'm going on tour anyways." And then, while I was on that first tour, with the Donnas, shout out Donnas, Mike was like, "Hey, I bought a house. Do you want to come live at my house?" I said, "Sure." So I left. I left Jay's house, then left Nashville, came back to Nashville, and moved into a new house. I've had so many different addresses in my life. It's crazy. I've lived in so many random places. It's wild.
It was not only here you know what's extra crazy is like I keep forgetting that not only did the 8 of us move to Nashville, but Mike also moved to Nashville.
Oh yeah, Mike's from Vegas too.
Yeah. He met me at a Whole Foods.
Yeah. Shane, you and Mike worked together at Whole Foods first?
Mm-hmm.
Me, Kyle, and Mike,
Kyle, you worked there too. Oh, I didn't know that
Yeah.
you were at Whole Foods as well.
Yeah. I was the pizza boy.
Nice.
Slanging dough.
slinging that dough.
Are you gonna have
but
Mike on the podcast?
Should we? Mike was our manager, and he was an adult. We were in our young 20s. Not even 20. We weren't even 21 yet.
We're teenagers.
And yes, we were basically a little bit more than teenagers. And so we had the guy that just wanted to. He just saw our band and was like, "I'll be your manager." And we're like, "Okay."
He was like in his mid 30s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the age difference? It was at least 10 years, right?
Yeah, at the very least. But what was so funny was like, because he moved out with us, and it was you, Jay.
He moved out after.
Mike,
he moved out like a year or two
way
after.
But you all ended up living together.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
So Jay and I had the apartment, and then Jay's mom bought us a house. We moved into the house. Then Mike moved into that same house. He moved to Nashville to manage you guys.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then Jay, if you could put up a picture, I don't think there's a picture of the three of us together that exists of me, Mike, and Jay. It couldn't be
three
more of a
polar opposite human beings.
It couldn't have been more awkward in that house.
I bet, dude. I can't even imagine.
I was grateful at the time that I worked odd hours. Working at the Hustler was, sometimes I'd go to work at 4 PM and we, work until midnight, or sometimes even go to work at 8. I'd go to work at 8 at night and not get off until 4 AM.
That's crazy.
It was terrible. I hated it. I mean, I guess I liked it then because I was young and stupid and I liked being up late, but I think about that now. I'm like, geez, what a terrible job.
I would die.
I was thinking about going back in there because it's been 20 years since I've worked in that place. Because I also worked in that. I also worked at Hustler with you. And it's kind of crazy thinking about that time because I worked there for a full year. Here, what's crazy though is I'm grateful for that job because that job kind of saved my life. Yeah. Or maybe a year
I remember.
and a half. Maybe.
when we first moved to Nashville, everybody was like, "Okay, we all have to get jobs." And I went to a bunch of different places, filled out a lot of applications, and didn't hear anything back. And I was like, "Let me pop into this spot and see what's up." I applied and got the job, and I remember feeling like, "Fuck! Now I have to tell my parents."
That I work at Hustler Hollywood.
I was like, they were cool, and I knew that they weren't gonna be like, oh my gosh, you have to quit, but like, it just felt weird. It was like, yeah, this is
to be fair, Hustler Hollywood, like they did exactly what they set out to do, meaning like they tried to make that whole seedy kind of feel when you walk into a regular porn shop, not so much. That first half of that store, at least for that store, and I'm pretty sure all Hustler Hollywoods are like this, where the first half of the store is like a retail spot.
Yeah,
it's like
retail
clothes,
merchandise.
It's like a Spencer's. It's like a Spencer's. Like kids could go through that first half.
Yeah,
the second half of the store. Yeah, the second half of the store is where all the good stuff is.
Do you remember we used to have like just one person's job was to stand there between the two sections and like check IDs.
Yeah,
like that was your whole job that whole day.
Yeah, that was your section. It was your section was to organize the DVDs, which at that time the DVDs. You organize the DVDs, organize the toys, and check IDs.
You remember we had to test all of the toys before they left the store.
Oh my god!
Remember how awkward. So as a cash at the cash register, if someone brought up a toy to buy, we would say, "I have to test this because you cannot return it. So I have to test it to make sure that it works before you leave the store with it." And people were so uncomfortable with that.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm like, let me put my hand sanitizer on and pop some batteries into your like gigantic butt plug that vibrates and show you that it works on camera, show you that it works so that you can't go home and destroy it and come back and say that we sold you something that didn't work.
Yeah, I remember I remember my whole spiel. My whole spiel was like, "Hey, just so you know, we don't take returns on toys. So if you're comfortable, I can test it out for you before you leave the store." And a lot of times they would say, "No, that's totally fine. I totally get it. I'll just be on my way." But a lot of other times they're like, sometimes they'd be like, "You know what? That's actually really smart. Of course, go for it." And I do also
taking his pants off. No, sir, I'm not
No, not like that.
I'm gonna just
testing it like that.
On. Yeah. I guess right here. All right, it's fine.
I met Steven Tyler there.
Yeah,
I met.
There was a lot of celebrities that went in through that store.
What was his name?
There was that one. It was Steven. I saw Steven in there. I saw that one actor who. Oh God, I can't.
I'm trying to think of his name.
That dude. He was in Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Tom something.
Tom Sizemore.
Selleck. Hanks.
Sizemore, yes.
Oh, Tom Sizemore. R.I.P.
Yeah. R.I.P. Yeah, dude. What a great actor.
Yeah.
That was such a weird time. But it was such a bizarre, because at that time you kind of were you worked there every night and you kind of got desensitized to everything. And even on the back of the shirts that we wore, it said, "Relax, it's just sex." Yeah. And I was just like, that's actually a pretty good message. I was like, it's just sex.
I still have those shirts. Do you have them? Do you have any of your shirts?
I don't know if I think I got holes in all of them because
I had all the time. I had the button-up manager shirt because I was an assistant manager. And so I have a button-up like red cap work shirt that's embroidered. It says management and then it has a patch that says Hustler Hollywood on it. And I still have it.
That's where Red Rover came from.
What?
Oh, Red Rover.
Shane brought home this like box of like stuff that was given away, and there was this this sparkly red dildo, and
I remember
we
this.
started this game of tag around the house. Yeah, and we call it getting Rover. And we call it Red Rover. So like you would be like reaching into their pantry and you'd open up your fruit snacks and it would be stuffed in there. You're like, God. So then it was your turn. You didn't know who did it, so now it was your turn to like try to go hide it. And we played this game for years. I mean, years.
Because sometimes someone hit it really well.
Really well. And then it would take a long time to find. I remember I showed up to a gig one time. I'm pulling out my guitar from my guitar case. I open up the part to take out my strap and it's just in there. And I'm like, there's people waiting to see us play. I'm like so embarrassed that this giant red dildo in my guitar case.
I think my favorite one was I hid it in your protein powder.
Oh, that was genius. Because I was like, scooping, I was like, what's in there? And I pull it out. It's like,
And hey, and you know what was, I made sure to wrap it in cellophane.
yeah, that was very nice
Just,
because we don't know.
We don't know how many hands have touched that thing or if it's actually been used.
Yeah, so funny, dude.
I started wearing. I remember that's when I started seeing Affliction shirts.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm.
Because we started selling Affliction shirts, and this is before,
like as soon as it first came out.
Yeah,
Dude,
and this is before it became a douchebag thing.
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah,
I thought those shirts were cool because they were like had that goth look to them. Like, oh, this is sick. This is a sick shirt. And then it was ruined. It was ruined by Ed Hardy types.
I know.
It was ruined by the bros. The bros always ruin something.
It'll come back. Jinko jeans are back, so
That I'm happy for.
yeah,
That
it's
and
great,
chain
though.
wallets.
Oh, dude, don't
Oh
tempt
my
me. I'll
God,
get a
I
chain
wore
wallet
chain
tomorrow.
wallet for so long.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Like a really long one.
What's
I
crazy is like I went into Hot Topic not too long ago, and I'm like, wow, this is still the same store. For
There's
like
a lot more
20,
anime, though.
It's a lot more anime, sure, but
Yeah.
like there was anime back when I was going into Hot Topic 20 years ago.
But because there's one here, when I pass by it, I'm like, I barely see any band T-shirts. It's just like anime shirts.
Yeah, it's a
Crazy.
lot
I'm like,
more.
Where's the Marilyn Manson shirts? Where's the,
Ooh, not now.
I know.
Manson.
He's uncanceled. People forgot
Is he
about it.
uncanceled? No, I
mean,
will say,
I
like
really
Marilyn
want to
Manson,
join this
dude, like
conversation, but my internet is so.
Should we call it?
well, let's
really
try
want to
this.
join you
Let's
guys,
try.
but my internet is so trash right now. Can you even hear me?
Let's try this.
I can hear you.
So, Trevor, exit out of here and open up that email on your phone, and don't use your internet. Use your actual like
Phone internet.
Phone internet.
What's happening?
You're failing, is what you're doing.
Shane, your
This is what
image has been frozen for like so long. Oh, there. Now you guys are back.
No, you're back.
I wanted to jump in on the hot topic. Like I could hear you guys, but it was also cutting out. I wanted to jump in on the hot topic thing because I also worked at multiple hot topics in my life, as well as Guitar Center. Like if there's a place that like if you saw me walking down the street, you'd be like, that guy worked at Hot Topic, 100%. It was the first job I got after graduating high school, and it was great. And the first time I ever bought a chain wallet. Like so many things you guys were just saying, like it passed me by because the fucking internet was like, whatever. Yes, chain wallet. Very first chain wallet I bought, it was in 5th grade at Hot Topic at the Meadows Mall. It had a smiley face on it, super long chain for no reason at all. And I rocked a chain wallet literally until probably 2016. Like from
that's a long time.
1995.
Keep it real, dude.
Like legit 20 years I wore a chain wallet every single day.
Bring
it
back.
It was definitely my vibe. And Hot Topic,
I think you got to bring
Hot Topic
it.
is definitely not the same.
No.
I know you said Hot
It's
Topic.
not as like dark
How
and
about-
gothic anymore.
No, and that's the thing. It was like scary and loud when we were kids, and then it got softer and softer and softer, and now it's just like there's anime stuff everywhere and this and that, and it's like it's not about music culture anymore. It's about just pop culture. And
It's a Spencer's
and the shirts
gift
are
now.
trash. I've tried to buy T-shirts at Hot Topic, and they're just the worst quality now. Everything is like heat transfer. Heat transfer shirts are if somebody tries to sell me a heat transfer shirt, I'm throwing it away. You wash it once and it starts peeling off. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's terrible.
Like screen printed shirts are forever and infinitely better than, the garbage that's being sold right now. So it brings a tear to my eye.
Since you're listening, get it together.
Yeah, get it together, Hot Topic. It used to be so awesome. Like, it was my
they're still in
absolute
business.
favorite place.
They're doing something right after all these years.
I'm sure they are, but it's just like it's a bummer. It's a bummer that
I
there's
do have
not. Well,
Is Pac Sun still a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called Pacific Sun. Well, it's called Pac Sun now, but it used to
Yeah.
be called Pacific Sunwear.
And at the Meadows Mall, before PacSun moved in, it was Miller's Outpost. You remember Miller's
Oh,
Outpost?
dude, Miller's Outpost. Whoa.
Yeah. What
That
about
was my first
Mervin's?
job.
What about Mervin's down the street?
Mervin's, dude.
Mervin's.
Mervin's Echo.
Mervin's. There was a what was the Mr. Rags? I worked at Mr. Rags. as
Rags.
well.
Oh,
That's
Mr.
cool.
Rags.
I love
Wow.
that. That's where I got my my raver pants from.
That's where you got your FUBU shirt, didn't you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's where you got FUBU shirts from. And then it was
I
like
know.
Rockaware, Echo. So
Mhm.
when I first moved to Washington, I desperately like wanted a job. And so sorry, I had hair in my mouth. I was like, I could get a job at Mr. Rags. I was only 15. You had to be 16 to get a job legally.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a driver's license, and I just went and I filled out an application, and I just put I put 1 year older. So I put like
Yeah.
1984 instead of 5, and they hired me. So I got a job there. Nobody knew that I was under 16. So then I had my 16th birthday. Like I went to work that night, and everybody's like, "How does it feel to be 17?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. 'Cause I'm not 17." But like, it was a secret. It was a secret. I never told anybody.
That's funny.
Yeah, Mr. Rags, yo, Rockaware,
I think
Echo, FUBU.
I remember your time at Guitar Center because I used to go and pick up stuff from you at Guitar Center.
and the drum sales.
The good old drum
It's
sales.
funny
man.
how this show has become a where has Trevor worked? What has he
This
done
is
in his
like
life?
because you have had a slew of jobs,
Ah.
which is funny now because you're not you're focused on like photography now.
Yeah.
And-
Well, and I actually haven't worked for anybody else in the past 10 years. I've been
That's great.
solely doing freelance video work and haven't worked for a proper company since 2015.
I was trying really hard not to say, well, you've been jobless for the last 10 years.
No, I basically, yes. No,
You've been unemployed.
I've been underemployed. Let's just say that. I mean, I think somehow I've maintained a level of work where, you know, it's like it's just been kind of this snowball thing where like someone sees something that I did and then they'll hire me for it for their gig. Like, I mean, I've worked for Cracker Barrel. I've done video work for Victoria's Secret Pink. You know, just random people have said, "Oh, I like that. Who did that?" And then they hire me for it for different things.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, and then, you know, right up until you know, our second was born, I was still doing that stuff. I was just getting word of mouth jobs from here and there, and then when Dash was born, I was like, I don't have time for anything. I'm a stay-at-home dad with 2 kids under 2 years old. It was crazy, and it was COVID too. I was like, I'm not going anywhere, not doing anything. So,
Didn't you have your daughter during COVID, right?
yeah, she was born December 2019. So
Wow.
it was,
like
she
right
was about,
before. Oh my
yeah.
God.
So the story about that, she was born, and they say like don't go anywhere the first 2 months because like the baby hasn't had their shots. They have, you know, just stay home, hang out, whatever. And my wife was on maternity leave, and then so she went back to work for about. She finished her maternity leave. She went back to work for like 2 weeks, and then lockdown happened. We were in California. Lockdown happened. She then worked from home for about a week, and then they fired her. And they fired her on my birthday during lockdown. So March 27, 2020, lockdown had just started. We had a brand new baby, and now neither of us were employed at all. It was
Oh
like,
my God.
it was like, and of course, like being new parents, you're so paranoid about everything. And is the baby going to get sick? Am I going to get sick? Are we all going to die? So like horrible things go through your brain, especially during a global pandemic. So we were like, we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. We can't have our family over. We can't do like, we were so scared that first year of being new parents. And anybody else who went through the same thing will tell you exactly the same. Like, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. Like, I was so scared of getting sick and dying and leaving my daughter with no father. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was a very, very scary time for us, which then ended up turning out to be great because of the pandemic and everybody working from home, it allowed Sashi to get a fully remote job and take care of the family. And she's continued to have fully remote jobs, which has allowed her to have such a huge presence in their lives by not having to go into an office or not having to, commute to work or anything like that. So she gets off work, here's mom, So it's been a really great thing for us as a family and as her as the sole winner of our house. So, the
That's
pandemic
awesome.
was super gnarly and terrible, and a lot of awful things happened during it. But we were very lucky to come out the way that we did from it, and have this strong family, and do all of the things that we've been able to do. And now that the kids are getting ready to go to school, I'm able to start doing more work again, which is why I'm going to start filming more and working for people again and getting back after it. My website's up and somewhat it probably has a better internet connection than I do, but ogdenmeadow.com.
Plug yourself. Where can people find you if they want to hire you?
ogdenmeadow.com. I recently just posted a video on YouTube too. I've for years, 10 15 years probably, I've wanted to post things on YouTube regularly and just never have. So now I'm really going to try and promote myself and the work that I've done, and move forward in a new mentality, with all of the knowledge and experience that I've had, translate that and put that into the new work that I want to do, and not just do random gigs here and there. Really focus on what the brand is and what I'm trying to achieve.
We'll for sure link the website in the show notes.
What is it?
Thanks, buddy.
Ogden?
Yeah,
Ogden Meadow.
Do you need me to spell meadow for you, Shane? I know it's a big
your
word.
mouth.
Are you linking it right now? Are you pulling it up? Are you pulling up my my site?
I'm pulling it up, brother. I'm pulling it up.
my
Hang
gosh.
on.
Up. Let's see it.
I'm pulling it up because
feel
you gotta promote our buds.
Yeah, it's
I feel like a real business boy here.
You're
a business boy.
There we are.
Oh my
damn.
gosh.
Hey, there's Nate.
That looks good, man. Who's that?
Yeah, so there's my stuff for the most part.
All
So,
right, here.
there's still
Hell
some
yeah, dude.
there's still some work to be done. Oh my god, that's loud. Seems really loud.
And you filmed all this.
I hope this is coming through not choppy like it is on my end.
It's not choppy for me.
Okay, good. Kyle, you're in this video. Shane, you're in this video too.
There I am.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Hey, it's Kyle.
Wow. There's some huge people in there, dude. Well, I don't know.
I-
Elton John,
Yeah.
no big deal.
Yeah, no NBT.
Dude,
No big deal. Travis
I mean-
Barker, it's cool.
it's no big deal. No, Trevor's
You know,
always had a
The
great
thing is,
eye for film, and like that sort of like I've always contended that you would just kill at like behind the scenes tour stuff, and that's why like when Five Knives was still doing their thing, and they're like, we want to take someone on the road with you. I was like, I got the guy. And Trevor, and you showed them your reel, and they're like, yeah. And Red Bull hired him to come on the road with us for a few weeks during that Iconopop tour. And man, that was so fun. That was one of the funnest times ever.
And that was really early in.
And you got some really cool shots. Like,
oh my god, yeah. Like the crazy thing about I was again, like I told you, I was looking at that footage again recently, and I told you, Five Knives 100% was ahead of their time. Like, you guys are fantastic, and I wish that you'd gone on longer. But the footage that I shot on that tour, I was looking at the quality of it was 720p. Like, it wasn't even shot in 1080.
Wow.
And this was 2014, and I wanted to have some slow-mo shots, and the camera that to shoot 60 frames per second. The camera I had would only shoot 60 frames per second at 720p. I know that's weird jargon for people that don't know this, but like that's absurd. Now it's like, cameras shoot 8K, at 60p. It's crazy the jump in quality and resolution that cameras have made in the past 10 years. And that's what where my camera was at that point. But, I mean, it still holds up. Kind of.
It looks fantastic, man. Like I think at a certain point, it's just like you don't need it to like. How much high def do you need?
Yeah, it can't look any better. Okay.
Yeah.
like
HD is HDMI.
that's
I mean, it
like
can.
what you.
It's really more about being able to crop in. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and I if you're watching something in something in 4K on a projector or on a TV screen or whatever, if you get a certain distance away from that screen, your eyes can't tell whether it's 4K, 8K, 10K, whatever, or 1080. And that's the thing. So it's like, if it's 1080, it's good. And most people are still delivering broadcast content in 1080. And so it's like the ability to shoot in 4K, 6K, 8K really has more to do with being able to crop in, reframe, reposition things, fix things here and there. And it just looks sharper. It is a higher quality. But again, like people who are shooting in that high resolution are probably, delivering in 1080 still, so it's like, yes, you get the quality and the sharpness, whatever, but like the output file is still going to be, smaller and more manageable to upload to the internet, and not a 4 gig file for a 2-minute video.
Right.
That was fascinating.
I'm sorry. If anybody ever asks me about camera shit, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna go off a cliff. I'm gonna just start rambling off numbers.
Everyone has.
Oh God!
Yeah. Everyone has their little nerdy thing. My nerdy thing is video games. Kyle's nerdy thing is working out in CrossFit, and your nerdy thing is video. So we all have our 10-point power sword.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And it's probably for the best that sorry. I was gonna say it's probably for the best that I don't have friends who do a lot of video work, because like we would just sit around and talk about specs of cameras, and like it'd be terrible, So I keep it to myself. I sometimes will tell Sashi certain things. She's like, "Of course, yeah, great."
Okay, cool.
Just go along with it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. 4K.
Well,
that's the way to be.
If that's a test. That should be a testament to why someone should hire you, because you're deep in it. This isn't just like a hobby.
Oh yeah, no, it's
it's
more of an obsession. Yeah. It's
Well, before we get out of here, Trevor, I think it's unfair that you had to tell 2 poop stories without someone else having to give their poop story. Kyle, would you like to partake in this conversation?
Oh, you mean the most embarrassing moment of my life? Sure, why not? So,
I'm not sure if I even know this story.
Oh, you've heard this story.
I have heard this story.
Have you heard this story?
I don't
you
know.
haven't.
You're about to.
I
So
don't know. Probably.
you guys remember Gina, my girlfriend Gina.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good old Gina.
it was Christmas time, and you remember, I forgot what park it was. Maybe Sunset Park, where they do the lights, where you can drive through the park and look at the lights during Christmas.
Sounds familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, so we're.
I've
at a
never
park.
done it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you're in a line of cars. Like, you can't back up. You have to drive through it, right? But
Yeah.
but people are going like 10 miles an hour, if that, to see the lights. So we're stuck. We're halfway. Yeah, we're halfway through this, and I'm in the car. I'm in the back seat with Gina, and her parents are driving, and I get a rumble, and it's like it's an emergency where it's like I have to go to the bathroom immediately. So I was just like, hey guys, I gotta pee really bad. I'm gonna pop out and go to the bathroom. Well, you guys know, anyone who lives in Vegas, and maybe any park, the public bathrooms in parks are just those big, like, cinder block jail prison looking bathrooms.
worst.
Like, there's no
The worst.
Right. Good thing it's nighttime, because I sprint to the bathroom. No one can see me under the guise of night. I drive to the bathroom. There is a line out the door. I did not care. I blew past the line. I pushed people out of my way, and I look like this. I'm in the bathroom looking for the stall. Hey, guess what? Not a single stall. There is a single toilet that is coming out of the wall. No, like, dividers, like total prison style. Like, there's a trough where guys are lined up all peeing, and then next to that there's a sink, and then next to that sink there is a single toilet coming out of the wall, the cinder block wall. And no one's using it, of course, except me. I go in there, I spin around, pull my pants down, and I just unleash. While people are looking right at me, I cut everyone in line and just explosive diarrhea in front of everyone. Have you ever had to stand up and wipe your bare ass in front of complete strangers, men and children, by the way? There's children there. I probably could have got a sex charge because my exposed penis is out. I'm trying to wipe my butt, dude. I've never been so ashamed. But you know what? To the people's credit that were in there, they saw how bad of a time I was having, and some of the guys were like, "Yeah, that's right." Dude, like, cheering me on. So I felt like, but dude,
Rough, man. It's rough out
and
here.
then
when you
the
have to poop.
best part is I wash my hands. I leave so ashamed. I get back in the car like, hey guys, what did I miss? Like, they had no idea
Say a word.
what I just did.
Oh God.
Dude. And now that's on the internet forever, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So, Gina, if you're listening, that's what happened.
Well, you've told that story to so many different people. I'm surprised it's not on the internet.
It's true. It's true. But
So
that
wait,
is one of my most
you ever
shameful moments.
did you ever tell her what happened?
I
Like,
don't
does
know.
she?
Maybe if when we clip this, I'll just send it to her inbox.
Just
No
send her-
words.
Be like, hey,
no
did you ever know
explanation,
that
just-
this happened?
Yeah. Oh, I won't even. There will be no context. It'll
Oh,
be
yeah,
just
no
a
context
video,
at all.
And then I'm out.
Just wow.
Ah.
When you gotta poop,
Yeah,
man.
it was the
you
most
gotta,
embarrassing moment of my
I
life,
said it in the
dude.
beginning of the show. I said shit happens. You know?
It happens, dude. It happens to the
It
best
does.
of us.
So
I'm trying to think of a story of mine, and I don't think it's ever happened.
You should.
I
Here's the
actually
thing.
surprisingly
With a
have
poop
good
story, you
control
don't
over
have to
my bowels.
Yeah, with a poop story, you don't have to think about, has this happened to me? You
no,
know,
it's- yeah.
I told you one of the stories before we started. Like, it happens. You know it happens. You know the
Yeah.
details of it, and you will remember it for the rest of your life when it happens. So don't sit there and go,
Well,
"Oh,
you just
I'm
sealed your
trying to
fate,
remember."
Shane. Yeah, you just sealed your fate. You cannot tempt the poop gods and be like, well, that's never happened to me. You're gonna,
I've been waiting. I've been waiting because I'm like, okay, I'm intaking a.
You've been waiting for.
I've
an
been waiting
experience
for
like
the
that?
moment because, like, I'm kind of jealous because I don't have that story. Like, I've had like, oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom, but I'm always around a bathroom, and I'm always just like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
I'll just go to the fucking bathroom.
It's coming for you. It's coming for you, dude.
I've never had moments where it's like, Oh my God. I'm not, and I've always lucked out. I've always been near a bathroom for some reason.
You're probably
You
gonna
have-
shit
I
your
need
pants
you to
on a
call
live
me.
stream now.
Yeah, I need you to call me as soon as it happens.
Does it happen? Well, I will. You'll be the first two that I call. Like, dude, it just happened. I'm on the side of the road.
It happened.
I'm on the freeway right now.
Oh my God. If you're on the side of the road, I feel for you, man, because I've been there.
Yeah, cars driving by, just
Yeah.
wow. Well, I gotta
Good
go
show.
feed my dog.
Well, dude, Trevor, it was so nice having you
Rico.
on, man. Rico.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it says Rico the whole time. My name is Trevor White. I'm a Las Vegas-based filmmaker. And I love you guys.
But dude, technical difficulties aside, man, like it's always great
Yeah,
to
just cut that shit
to
out.
be with you, man, and just it's fine, dude.
Hire
Yeah, hire him. He's awesome. He's an awesome human being, great dad,
We love him.
and extremely
Thanks,
talented
buddy.
individual
Thank you,
that
guys.
you need to hire. So you need to have him on your team. All right, that's it for the podcast. Please follow all the socials and follow.
Hit all the buttons.
Subscribe. Hit all the buttons. Do whatever
All
it
the
is that
Do the things.
people do.
Yeah.
And that's it for the show.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for having me, guys.